Hey everybody, Michael Novo here, and this is Photo with Novo. I just happened to get an album today and thought that I would unbox it and actually record it because I don't often get studio samples that I can just open up. Most of the time it's coming in for a client that I have to then give away to them, so I'm very careful with it. I'm going to talk a little bit about my album company that I use for my wedding and engagement albums, which is Finao. I think that they're the end-all be-all of wedding albums. I think that their quality is superior, and I'm going to show you guys why. Let's go look. So as I said before, I use Finao for all of my albums, or at least for wedding albums and the engagement books. I do have some other lower end books that are press printed that I make. And let's open this one up. This is just their default packaging. You can certainly get a nicer package. You can even get a carrying case for your album. And this cover that I got, which just arrived, is called Date Book. So this will be my new studio sample. So why I use Finao? They have just phenomenal build quality, and starting with their leathers, they have a very unique set of leathers that I just haven't seen in any other companies. They also have build quality that is simply just better than everywhere else. You've got the thick pages, so that's pretty standard. I don't know, it's kind of difficult to see, and I believe that you can actually even get it in different colors in there. You can get a different inner liner cover. I typically have mine go black. You can make yours white, or they have a variety of different textures in there as well. This is the 12 by 12 book, by the way. They are pretty substantial. They're handmade books, and again, there are bigger companies out there, and I've seen quite a few of them. The problem is that their quality is just not up to par. Say what you will, you can get them for much cheaper than what Finao offers, but the build quality isn't there. The longevity that I've seen in other books, there's especially like some that are from Europe that are much bigger. The albums just don't last. That, by the way, that mark is because this album was previously in a print competition and they taped the registration and award to the inside of the cover. I kind of wish they didn't. 20 by 8 book. This is one of my favorites, and this one is what a lot of my clients get. It's 20 by 8 calendar style, so it opens vertically. When you print in it, why I like this book is because you can actually print a full photo, something like this, because when it's open, it goes to a 16 by 20, which is really just about the size of a print, so you don't have to do very much cropping in there. So absolutely love this size, especially if you're planning on doing books with a lot of like single signature images. Armor metal plate on the cover. Let's see if we can get sort of a shot of that. This is actually metal with a print laid over it. They do have another option, which I have coming for a client, where you can print directly on the ink on the metal. This is actually a type of print that they do, which is then placed onto the metal afterwards. And for the engagement books, those are a little bit smaller, and they have slightly thinner pages. Again, very similar inner liner. So the pages still decent thickness, but not quite as thick. This was actually a themed Star Wars session for Paul and Katie. Paul, if you're watching, hello. We actually shot this all day, maybe 10 hours or so, just to get the right shots all over the city of Chicago. So these books are a little bit cheaper as well for their. This book is called the Playbook, and the other books that I get from Finao, both this one and this other date book one, are the Finao ones. They have an art one version, but they'll be at any photography trade show, and so you can definitely pop in there and check them out. I recommend them. I think that the extra cost is definitely worth it. Any other album company that's out there, and I've seen quite a few. So yeah, Finao, check them out. I'm Michael Novo, Photo with Novo. If you have questions, feel free to post them in the comment section. I will try and answer them as best I can and give you my opinion, but it's really one of those things that you need to sort of see, touch, and feel for yourself.